All right, Ari, so every season of The Bachelor I've seen, there is one thing as constant as Chris Harrison, and that is that bad-mouthing another contestant is the most surefire way of getting sent home. So from the other side, why is this, and is that what happened in Crystal's case?
No, I mean, I think for me, I'm only seeing my side of it during the show. So now that I'm outside of the show and I'm watching it back with you guys, I'm seeing a whole different side to Crystal and that interaction that she has with the other women. But no, during the shooting of the show, Crystal and I's relationship was pretty solid in the beginning. And then there started to be these cracks, and you saw that in Fort Lauderdale, and it really came to a head during the 2-on-1 date.
I mean, watching this back, is there anything that just makes you cringe?
Yes, a lot of things actually. The overuse of the word amazing. A lot of things I say, I'm like, oh, why can't I use a different adjective? But it's just funny, you pick yourself apart during this this time when the show's back on the air. But now I feel like the viewers are seeing a little different side of myself, and the shift of the show is headed more towards romance, which I'm enjoying watching that side of it. And Paris was such a beautiful location to shoot. And next week we head to Tuscany, which is also very memorable for me. So I'm excited to watch that episode.
Yeah, can you offer us any behind-the-scenes things that happened in either Paris or Tuscany? Any funny moments that didn't make air?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, Paris, we had 4 dates during that week, so it was a very busy week. The dates are always so fun to watch back, but sometimes I'm like, man, I wish they would have shown that moment. Like my date with Jacqueline, afterwards we smoked cigars and drank scotch and laughed a lot. And the 2-on-1, there was so many little moments with Kendall that were really funny. She's such a funny, creative, but super intelligent person. And I love the fact that they showed how articulate she was and how poised she was during that date. And then the date with Lauren too. We walked around Paris and you didn't see much interaction there, but we really did have a great time. We had a Polaroid camera, we shot a bunch of stuff, we had pigeons land on us in this park. We laughed a lot, and I think they just showed the moments where we were pretty quiet because we were very nervous to be around each other. So there's things that, hit the cutting room floor that obviously are fond memories of mine. But that's okay. I understand that we only have 2 hours to showcase one location, and so much happens in that week.
Well, it's just like in the case of the quiet date that you were just talking about. Do you ever watch something back and say, oh, okay, I can see why they edited it that way to make for a better story or to have a cohesive storyline, but in my memory, it wasn't actually that way?
Correct. I mean, I think that's very fair to say. I think that, there was some concerns there. There's valid concerns that we were very nervous around each other, and I didn't know if she was into me, and that was, at that moment, that was very hard for me because I was very into her. So watching it back, it brings back all those memories, and yeah, there's things that I would love for them to be shown on air, but hey, that's the whole thing, is that you can't show everything.
All right, very last question. You've been called the Kissing Bandit all season long now. How do you feel about that moniker now? And is it just excruciatingly uncomfortable to watch those scenes back?
Yes, I want to hang up that name. It's all in good fun, but it's hard to watch myself back during all those kissing scenes because, now I'm in a completely different place now that I'm outside of the show. The show's done filming. So watching that back is very difficult for me, yes.